Paying down your mortgage early might be one of the most expensive financial mistakes you can make. Most people think paying down a 4% mortgage is a smart move, but if you have $25,000 that you're deciding between using for investing or paying down your mortgage, this could cost you over $400,000 over the course of your life. Hi, my name is Janine Rogan. I'm a financial educator, CPA, and best-selling author of the book, The Pink Tax, and I am here to teach Canadians how to build their wealth so that they can live their richest life. By trying to save tens of thousands of dollars in interest on your mortgage, you might be giving up hundreds of thousands of dollars for your retirement portfolio. This could mean delaying retirement by a number of years. So I'm a CPA. I ran the math to figure out, is it better to pay off your mortgage early or invest in the stock market? So this is the question for 2026 homeowners in Canada. Hundreds of thousands of Canadians locked in for a 5-year fixed rate in 2020 and in 2021 at record low rates, some as low as 1.5 or 2%. These same individuals are going to be renewing their mortgages in the next few years at probably closer to 4 or 5%. So this is a big shock to their monthly financial budget. Now, on June 10th, 2026, the Bank of Canada did hold interest rates at 2.25%. But payment shock is a real thing that people are dealing with. Some individuals are seeing their mortgage payment increase by 20 to even 40%. So let's look at the numbers. Let's pretend you have $25,000 per year to either pay down additionally on your mortgage or invest in the stock market. And for the sake of this example, we'll pretend that we have a $500,000 mortgage outstanding. I'll be using a 4% interest rate and a 25-year amortization period on the mortgage. We're also going to assume 8% return on the stock market. This is a little bit lower than the average rate of return for the S&P 500 over the past 10 years. And of course, for investing, as always, we're going to use a long-term time frame. We are investing in a well-diversified set of equities with some fixed income over a 30-year time horizon. So let's look at the first scenario, which is using that extra $25,000 every single year to pay down our mortgage faster. So in doing this, you're going to pay down your mortgage faster and save yourself $166,000 in interest over the course of your mortgage. You'll pay off your home in just 12 years, which is 13 years earlier than that original 25-year amortization, which for a lot of people feels like peace of mind. But you're missing the other half of the equation. Once your house is paid off early, you're going to take that $25,000 and invest it in the stock market every single year, as well as your old monthly mortgage payment. In year 25, you'll be looking at an investment portfolio of just under $1.4 million. But let's look at the alternative. In scenario B, you're going to take that $25,000 and start investing in the stock market right away, not making any extra payments on your mortgage. Over those 25 years, that $25,000 per year is going to grow and compound at a rate of 8%. This means in year 25, you're going to end up with $1.8 million in your investment portfolio and your mortgage paid off as well. Now, if you have the ability to keep most of this investment in your TFSA, maybe between you and your partner, then most of this will be tax-free. If some of it is in your RSP, that amount will be tax deferred. However, your contributions in the year you make them will be tax deductible, which means depending on what tax bracket you sit in, you could get back between 40 and 50% of that contribution to your RSP that you could then use to reinvest in your RSP or your TFSA. So let's recap. In the first scenario, you have a $1.4 million portfolio and a fully paid off home. In scenario B, you'll have a $1.8 million portfolio and a fully paid off home. So while paying down your mortgage might save you $166,000 in interest, you're giving up over $400,000 in investment returns in your portfolio. By choosing to pay off your mortgage earlier for financial peace of mind, you're actually being charged a $400,000 penalty, which for most people probably means retiring a few years later than they anticipated. What we need to understand here is what's actually happening. When you choose not to pay off your mortgage early, you're effectively taking that money and borrowing it at a rate of around 4% to earn an 8% return in the market. This is what we call leverage, and that 4% compounds every single year. Second is the time multiplier. Because you are taking 12 years to pay off that mortgage, you're missing out on time in the market, which is much more important than timing the market. Your contributions to your investment portfolio in the first scenario will take longer to grow and compound. By choosing peace of mind and paying off your mortgage early, you are essentially paying a $400,000 safety tax to the bank and costing you your financial future. So my question to you is, paying off your mortgage early really worth almost $500,000? I know that it can feel like a lot, and seeing those increases in your payments can drastically impact people's financial situation on a month-to-month basis. But at the end of the day, when we run the numbers financially, the better decision is to invest in the stock market long-term and continue to pay off that mortgage over the original period. For most Canadians, $400,000 is a lot of money that potentially could mean retiring earlier, giving your children access to financial gifts that they might not have otherwise had, or traveling the world in a way that you didn't anticipate. So I want to know from you, are you team pay off your mortgage early or invest as much as you can to build your wealth? If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week.